talk about the TV shows. There are some pictures and option column to fill in the blank. Match the TV show and the picture. Now let's begin. The first picture is a SpongeBob film, so the answer is cartoon. Next, the second picture is Tukang Bubur Naik Haji film. Do you know Tukang Bubur Naik Haji film? It was famous in 2012. So the answer of the second picture is drama. The third picture. I forget the title of this film, but the answer of the third picture is sitcom. And then the answer of the fourth picture is documentary. And the fifth picture is ranking one. It's a game show. So the answer of the fifth picture is game show. The answer of the sixth picture is news. The seventh picture is Katakan Putus. So the answer of the seventh picture is reality show. And the last picture is in a talk show. So the answer of the last picture is talk show. Now let's move to grammar. Infinitive or gerund. Infinitive is a verbal consisting of particle to and simple form of verb, as known as bare infinitive. Infinitive can also be accompanied by object or modifiers. The infinitive accompanied by an object or modifier forms a phrase called an infinitive phrase. Infinitive can function as noun, adjective, or adverb. For example, let's see the column of infinitive. I hope to get a new phone. I want to eat sushi. Gerunds are words that are formed with verb but act as nouns. They are very easy to spot since every gerund is a verb with intake to its tail. There are no exceptions to this rule. Gerunds do take a tiny bit of detective work to spot. The problem here is that present participle also end with the letters ing. Besides being able to spot gerunds, you should be able to tell the difference between a gerund and a present participle. To find gerunds in sentence, just look for a verb plus ing that is used as a noun. It's that simple. For example, see the column of gerund. I enjoy watching reality show. I hate watching drama. Try to fill in the following question A and B. Question A. Fill in the gaps with the gerund form of this verb. Watch, help, cook, walk, and read. Number 1. We like cooking dinner for our family. Number 2. I hate watching horror movies alone. Number 3. She enjoys reading with children. Number 4. My brother doesn't mind helping. Number 5. We finish working the book as homework. Question B. Fill in the gaps with the infinitive form of this verb. Buy, play, drive, sell, and study. Number 1. I would like to play tennis tomorrow. Number 2. She wants to study Spanish next year. Number 3. They decide to sell their house. Number 4. I learned to drive when I was 17. Number 5. You need to buy a ticket to go inside. We will talk about difference between much and many, and when we have to use much and many. Much is used with uncountable nouns. It is mainly used in negative and interrogative clause. For examples, how much money have you got? We didn't spend much money. There isn't much data to download. I'm sorry, but I don't have much time. Too much water drowned the miller. Many is used with countable nouns. It is mainly used in questions, affirmative, sentence, and negations. For examples, I don't have many friends. There are too many disadvantages in this business. How many children do you have? Are there many poor people in France? This is how to use a, an, some, and any. You can read it below. Circle the right option, then read the 3 paragraphs. There are many vegetarians in India. So many types of Indian street food haven't got any meat. Chaat, small pancakes with Indian sauce and some yogurt in them, is a popular street food. Many people like pani puri too. Pani puris are balls with potatoes and sauce. How much corn can you eat? In Mexico, there is corn with butter and cheese everywhere. Also, the Mexican bread tortilla is often from corn. There are usually beans and vegetables in tortillas. There is sometimes some meat too, but be careful, Mexicans love hot chilies in their tortillas too. Visitors to Morocco love the street food. You can have a big meal on the street there. You can buy soup, meat kebabs, chicken, and many types of salad. How many different things do you want to test? Here's different farmers market vs supermarket. If I need vegetable, I go to the backyard to see what's in the garden. If that's a disappointment, my next option is the farmers market. There I find beautiful fresh and uneaten vegetables, as well as breads, meats, eggs, plants, and craft to suit my needs. Only if I can't find what I need at the farmer's market do I go to the supermarket for produce. Why is the local supermarket my third choice for produce? First, supermarket produce is not as fresh as farmer's market fare. Some items are coated or treated to give the appearance of freshness. Supermarket produce typically loses nutritional value as it is transported from far away. Produce in supermarket tends to come from large producers who use heavy pesticide and petroleum-based fertilizer to provide perfect specimen for the consumers. Produce in supermarkets tend to be varieties that ship well but don't necessarily taste good. Why do I prefer the farmer's market? First, produce is fresh. Sometimes pick only a few hours before I buy it. In general, the produce has fewer pesticides. Talk about customer service. Local farmers literally stand behind their produce, eager to talk with you about varieties, preparation, and preservation. It's local. That's impact quality, taste, nutritional value, even carbon footprint. What about the price? The supermarket offers convenience and variety. But on comparable item, the farmer's market competes well in price in my opinion quality. The farmer's market doesn't replace the supermarket, but it's a good alternative for fresh produce. These are some type of university student. Which type of university student are you? Are you the musician? Are you the activist? Are you the lazy one? Or are you other type of university student? Please tell me why. There is some pictures and a column of options. Match the words and the pictures. Then, listen to your teacher and check your answer. The answer of picture 1 is B, advisor. The answer the second picture is G, cafeteria. The answer of third picture is F, campus. The answer of fourth picture is A, dormitory. The answer of fifth picture is E, library. The answer of sixth picture is D, major. The answer of seventh picture is H, revision. And the answer of eighth picture is C, professor. Now let's talk about synonym. Synonym for college is uni, university, undergraduate or graduate school. Synonym for dormitory is a building, as at a college, containing a number of private or semi-private rooms for residents, usually along with common bathroom facilities and recreation area. And synonym for commuting from home is traveling from home. Now let's move to grammar. There is a column of imperative adverb of manner. You can read it below. Fill in the following question A and B. Question A. Complete the sentence with the correct imperative form, then compare your answer with the partner. For example, look at number 1. Don't do too much the first day. Number 2. Find something you need. Number 3. Read some journals and books. Number 4. Do a research for your final exam. Number 5. Please come on time. Number 6. Write your first impression of first day in university. Question B. Circle the correct adverbs, then compare your answer with the partner. Number 1. Read quickly a book for 20 minutes a day. Number 2. Write quickly a sentence every day. Number 3. Talk politely to your professor. Number 4. Sit quietly in front of the class. Number 5. Walk carefully on the sidewalk. Share your experience when you get assignment from your lecturer. Use the following question as the guidance. Number 1. How do you feel when your lecturer gives you an assignment? Number 2. Is assignment really necessary? Why? Number 3. Do you think assignment is a burden? Why? Number 4. Or instead, is it a process of shaping yourself? Why? Number 5. How do you handle your stress during the final exam week? Now read the article and check checklist the best title for the article. Workers or higher education students have experienced burnout for decades. Burnout is mental exhaustion from too much stress at work. The WHO has now called it a medical problem. People with burnout often lack energy or feel exhausted. They feel negative about their job or college and have problem finishing things at work or at college. The WHO say doctors should treat patients for burnout. However, doctor and higher education students are among the most highly stressed workers. They get burnout twice more than other workers or students. The number of people with burnout is increasing very quickly. More and more workers and higher education students are getting stressed at work and at college. An American psychologist identified burnout in 1974. Since then, many studies have tried to explain it. Research said it is similar to anxiety. It can come from depression. The Mayo Clinic website said burnout can cause seriously health problems like insomnia, heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Mayo Clinic gives advice on how to manage burnout. It suggests talking to your boss to change things at work, reaching out to coworkers, family, and friends, and relaxing activities like Tai Chi, meditation, going for a walk in the countryside, and yoga. So, I think the best title of the article is Burnout.